Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Kingdoms of Amalur. This is video 2, so in the last video we pretty much got our character, we made him, and we got started and picking up some stuff. We're going to continue going through the Wells of Souls area here. And our goal is to speak to the dude, the Hughes guy. So, okay.
You've made it, and look at you. Even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me. You must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
Alright.
You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalantarth. And why attack the well? The Fey are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. I wish I could tell you more, but you're a mystery to me. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. There's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Where are we? I've got more questions. I'll stay and fight. Let's get out of here.
Of course you do. Please, though, we must hurry. Wait, where are you going? No time for pleasantries. We've got to get you to safety. Good. We can't waste time.
I'll stay and fight. Let's get out of here. Where are we?
We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha have found their way here anyway. Absolutely not. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going?
Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow...
Yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have breached the lab! They're inside the lab!
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Okay. Let's see. My question is, why did that take off everything else, though? Okay. Alright, that's that way. So, you need to go this way. And to move faster, press and hold X while running to sprint. Okay.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Oh, okay. Oh, come on. You've acquired a shard. Shards are used for sage crafting. Okay. And we're outside. Reborn. Trophy earned. Out of the darkness. Quest complete. And I leveled up. Okay. Hmm. Um. Let's see here. Bribe costs for crimes are decreased by 20% with persuasion. Better quality shard drops. Harvest components from some enemies in the world, increase the effectiveness of repair kits. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. I think you had to be further up for them to take effect. Let's see. Okay. Let's look. Weapon attacks unlocks charge attack for longsword, greatsword, and hammer. Hold and release the longsword attack to dash and to slash into foes. This one. This brutal weaponry. Longsword mastery is the next one. Combination of perfect form, raw strength, tint, or lend additional damage to your longsword attacks. At current level, I already do some stuff to it. Okay. Hammer mastery, harpoon. Let's see. Raw muscle and superb sense of balance make you incredibly effective with a mighty hammer. Harpoon, snag an enemy and pull it back to you. May have the opposite effect with larger enemies. And this one, skillful defense. Masterful use of shields greatly increases your damage resistance while blocking. At the highest level, you unlock a special shield bash move. Okay, that's might. Finesse. Weapon attacks unlocks charge special attacks for daggers and blades. Your dagger mastery. Your prowess with daggers lets you to get most out of every cut and thrust. Longbow mastery. You get some physical damage with longbows and stuff. Assassin art. Unlocks new sneak attacks with daggers or face blades that can instantly kill unaware enemies. Okay. And sorcery. Let's see. Unlocks charge special attacks for staff and chakrams. Long hours of study and practice enables you to wield scepters very effectively. Physical damage and damage with scepters is increased. You learn to channel on the staff mastery. You've learned to channel incredible amounts of energy through your staff, increasing its damage and output considerably. Alright. And launch a burst of electrical energy, current level, next level. Alright. So since we have 3, I'm gonna go with this one, and this one. Alright. What does this do? 5 health. Okay. Extra 5 health. Might keep me alive longer. You never know. Okay. Alright. Into the light, new quest. So let's get to it here. Inventory real quick. Weapons. Alright.
I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll?
Giant rock thing, yeah.
I don't know how the Twatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you, or they would have chased us into the glade. The well was incredible, but it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. That's why we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again. I never did trust Fae to begin with. Those Twatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place? They're technically a type of wild Fae. Related to the Fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Twatha also used them in their army. Hughes ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks. And he's always got a plan. Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. You swears by them. But I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Twatha this far out west, though. Good luck out there.
Okay. Some regions are more difficult to harvest than others. Invest in the alchemy skill to improve your ability to harvest regions. Pulsing circle on the minimap indicates your quest objective. Following it will lead you to the current goal.
come from the tower. Name's Amalur. You can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Fate Weavers look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things. Trust me, I've known that for a long time. Nobody can change fate. Poor old Fomadus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. It's a shame. He'll be dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that.
The cards, I just woke up in the tower. That's okay, I was dead too.
You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're one. And that means it all makes sense. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Yep, here we go. Perform special attacks and defeat enemies to gather threads of fate energy. Come on. Your fate meter is full, the fate symbol will pulse. You can then use your fate energy to enter reckoning mode. Reckoning mode greatly increases your speed and attack power. It lasts until either your fate meter runs out or your fate shift an enemy. Hold L2R2 to harness the power of fate. Enter reckoning mode now. As they defeat enemies in reckoning mode, their fates will begin to unravel. Move near an unraveling enemy and press X to perform a fate shift. This uses your remaining fate energy to destroy all the unraveling foes, grants you an experience bonus.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
So the well cause it.
Hughes may have brought you back to life, but that was still part of fate's plan. Nothing short of a god can do what you did. Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Is this why you sent me? I'd rather not. Do you always see death?
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes, other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths.
Is this why you send me? I'd rather not.
Don't worry, it's quick, it doesn't hurt, and there's no charge. And after what I've seen, I'm not letting you out of my sight until I have an answer.
Fine, show me my fate. I don't believe in fate.
That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what Fate Weavers do. I'll be seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're really I haven't had that much.
You can't see my fate? I'm real. You must be drunk.
Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
Fateless one. Let's see. Newly resurrected, your fate is blank, formless, and ready to be forged into the shape of your choosing. Destiny, you are a formidable melee combatant. You can withstand a lot of punishment and is usually more efficient for you to block or suffer an attack rather than dodge one. As an acolyte, you are devoted to the arcane and mastery of elemental forces. You prefer to destroy your opponents with raw magic rather than through a crude, mundane method. And unlike many of the warriors of Amalur, rogues prefer to fight from far away or from behind or by dishonorable means, usually by surprise. As a rogue, you sneak, dodge, slather weapons with poison to gain the advantage in combat. Okay. You gotta choose one of these. Alright, so which one am I gonna do? Alright. What did you see? You're terrible at this, or what is... Yeah, so what did you see?
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
What does this mean? You're terrible at this.
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his house. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
Alright, Arden's hut has been added to your map.
The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Yovan. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like this. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus Priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? What could this all mean?
Okay. Well. Legend of Dead Kill.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olein's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Yep. Okay. Let's move forward a little bit.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
I need a drink. I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. I don't know what the Tuatha would be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in these darkened forests. I'm the Warden of Goreheart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been Warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Goreheart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Goreheart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade. Likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds.
Who attacked the girl? I'd like to help. Who attacked the girl?
It's difficult to say. We've been plagued by the Red Legion for days, but it's not their way to go after the Fae in the area. They like their targets mortal. In case you haven't heard, there have been some Tuatha sighting in the woods to the west, so that's also a possibility. It's unlikely, though.
Like to help or no thanks? No
No
thanks.
one wants to get involved. I don't know why you'd be any different. It would mean so much if you would offer some assistance. We have so little in the way of protection here in Goreheart. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I'm a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started.
Oh.
She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. Bye now.
Okay.
I'm so tired. Don't tell anyone, but I once caught Ricker Egest embracing one of the monks from the mission. It's scandalous.
Don't believe Father Dinwell when he tells you that Mitharu was male. Mitharu is a god, not a mortal. She is all of us, not some of us. Do the half-truths of these wise men exhaust you as they do me? I have listened to their prayers for too long. There are other voices to be heard.
Welcome to St. Odwig's perpetual mission. I am in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes. Although, one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu is at work. The first bricks were laid 50 years ago by Odwig himself, before his demise at the hands of trolls. We honor him by converting the Fae to the worship of Mitharu. Alas, we have yet to convert a single one. But that does not keep us from trying. I have been with the mission since its founding. These boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu's wishes for our kind. The Fae are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like toys, with no thought of right or wrong, chaos or order. We at St. Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens. Oderath is a savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him. I have faith that in time, you will find Mitharu's path. We all find it in time. What do you say to my offer? Mitharu provides, even if we do not see his hand at work. Mitharu be praised. His order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fey ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms. He is a good boy, but our youngest, and Egan often suffers from doubt. That is to be expected. One can only grow out of conflict, especially conflict of the spirit. I tried my best to comfort him and tell him that wisdom would come in time, but he is impatient, rash. He wanted a faster way to enlightenment and power. Egan was last seen in the woods outside the walls, just north of the village. Bless you, child.
Okay. So, that gives us our next mission.
Don't
And
believe Father Dinwell when he tells you that Mitharu was male. Mitharu...
And Reach the limits of your character's inventory. This limit can be further increased through the purchase of backpacks at certain merchants. Destroy or sell items to make space.
Mitharu is a god, not a mortal. She is all of us, not some of us.
Follow your path with uncommon coolness and ease, rarely letting your situation suffer from enemies, or not enemies, from extremes.
Help me to expose the mission for what it truly is. A prison of ideas in which they hope to keep us locked away forever.
All this is still working through, so ooh. Hey. And we'll go into that one. And then we'll get some of this other stuff, but yeah. Okay. Shepherd's greaves require 3 might. So, okay. Some of these just be playing the game and leveling up some. Okay. So we can track any of these. Report to Rathir level 10 plus. Contact expedition. Speak with Fate Weaver of Gorhart. Meet Arden. Well, we'll do one of these side quests later, but for now we're gonna save it. As you can see, we leveled up. We are level 1, so we gotta work our way through and level up some more. But we got out of the Well of Souls, and we are now at an hour and 24 minutes already. So stay tuned for more of these videos, and we'll see y'all soon for more Kingdoms of Amalur. We'll see y'all soon.